Well, on guys, what's going on, man? Let's get straight to it. So, Math Hoffa, you know what I'm saying? He got a podcast, and that podcast, you know what I'm saying? It's popping. I watched a little bit of it. It had some good guests on there. It had, I watched No Jumper. I watched it was with Adam 22. That's what they interviewed. I watched the interview they did with, I think they Hassan Campbell. That one was on there. They had the Vlad on there. He's getting people on there now. You know what I'm saying? He had the Fat Joe. He got people on there that you know what I'm saying, you would want to hear from. Just to be honest with you, it's not like it's a you know what I'm saying, it's a weak podcast. It's really relevant and it's up to date. Well, and I think it's called the Math Hoffa podcast, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I'm not really too sure the name of it. I think it's called Math Hoffa podcast. So it's his show. But long story short, it's a group of guys that he knows, and some of the guys, they came on, you know, the podcast has been going on for like a while, I'm guessing. I'm not too sure exactly how long, but I was watching one of the interviews and the guy said he had been doing that maybe like 3 years prior before he even came on. And that was Esso, you know what I'm saying? And he was already like at 200K subscribers. And that's when he, you know what I'm saying, he hopped on a podcast and started rocking. And then like it went up from maybe like, you know, to half a million subscribers after he got on, right? He's not attributing all that success to his presence and him being there, but he noted that. He duly noted that. Now, Hynaken, I haven't heard Hynaken's interview. They got an interview that they're going to drop pretty soon, so I'm going to check that out and see what Hynaken has to say about this whole thing. Because, when I watched it, it seemed authentic. I would have not known any type of beef or any type of misunderstanding was going down if this didn't come out. And that's normally how it is. But when it's a group of guys or just a group of individuals, it's life. It's always going to be something going down, some backhand deals, hush, under the table stuff, things getting pushed through that shouldn't be pushed through, shouldn't be passed, things sitting at the door, not passing that should be already passing. And you got a lot of confusion, you know what I'm saying, when it's that many hands touching something. You know, it don't take 10 people to screw on a light bulb. You know what I'm saying? It just takes one. And that's the problem. That's what we're looking at. And if you can't, and you know, I'm just gonna stick to that first analogy I gave, that first example. It doesn't take 10 people to screw on a light bulb. You walk into a room, you see the light bulb is out. You know if you go to the closet, and you know what I'm saying, the utility closet, is gonna be some spare light bulbs in there. 10 people, 10 different dudes, 5 different people that's on that podcast walk into the room and see that the light bulb is not working. By the time Math Hoffa comes in, he sees the light is out. He says, yo, the light bulb, you know what I'm saying? Nobody seen that? Oh man, I didn't even see it. Oh yeah, I seen it, but I thought it was off. I didn't even know it wasn't working. I didn't even turn it on. Here go another dude. Yeah, I turned it on. It was off. You know, I was gonna get to it. I forgot. It's like, why do we have all these people here that can't screw on a light bulb when they see the light bulb is out? That's the only example I can give you. But given to like reality, like just moving to reality, enough with the analogies, okay? But it's a simple fact of, this is what happened. Math said it was certain guests that he wanted on the show. You know, all of a sudden he sees that didn't happen. But hold on, he sees the guy that he wanted to collaborate with on over there on somebody else's show. You know, he seen somebody he wanted to work with doing something else, and he was like, whoa, he's just thinking about timing. Like, you know, he's supposed to be over here with me. I was waiting. I was looking forward to that podcast, but now he's over there. He's doing something else. And then, you know, just inquisitive minds want to know. So he reaches out to, you know, old guy's manager. He's like, hey, what's going on? What's up with that? Dude says, you know, Esso, your man Esso and what's his name? And Hynaken, they turned us around. They said you was busy. They said you was booked. And that just wasn't the case. Wasn't the case. Now, how can so much confusion go on when you have that many minds that's supposed to be on the same page? Well, I just showed you. No one is taking the initiative to change that light bulb that needs to be changed in the room. It's a simple problem. Everybody can do it, but it's not getting done. That's what I'm talking about right there. And everybody got an excuse, you know what I'm saying? Push come to shove. That was the information that Matt Hoffa gave. You know what I'm saying? It's recorded. He said, hey, look, this is what happened. I'm going to believe the man. He seems like he's a nice stand-up man. He doesn't have no reason to lie. I'm going to believe him. I'm going to take him on his word. You know what I'm saying? Now, it definitely was some confusion going on there. You know what I'm saying? But as the head, especially that podcast, you know what I'm saying, you want to watch out for guys that's trying to count pockets. And that's what he did say. You know what I'm saying? Guys that's trying to count pockets and trying to do all this other type of stuff. And you have to address issues when they happen. And we don't know how many times issues or things that, you know, someone has drilled and talked to you on, but yet they're not getting done. So we don't know how many times they went over that conversation in any type of group meeting that they had before the podcast or however they do it. But issues like that cannot linger on. You know what I'm saying? It's sad to say, but that's how it happens. You always get somebody that's moving slow. They have a nice artistry. They're good at what they do, but they're just sloppy. Straight up. And it's not like these guys are just nobodies. You know what I'm saying? These guys got a following. You know, I think Hynaken got like 21K on Instagram followers. I don't know if he has a YouTube channel. Hynaken, Esso has about 77. You know what I'm saying? K on IG. So they got followers. They got fans. You know what I'm saying? Hynaken, Cardi B is following Hynaken. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, these guys, they not nobody. They in music. They know what they doing. You know what I'm saying? It goes deeper than just, oh, this is the guy on Tuesday that comes in and helps me out with my podcast. Now these guys they have names for themselves. Yes, being on the podcast did help their notoriety, I would say, but these guys are not nobody. They stand up guys in their own right. It's just there was some confusion going on. And rather, you know what I'm saying, sit there in confusion, you know what I'm saying, this guy was like, you know what, enough of that. Let's get these guys out of here. You can do something that's going to be more productive for yourself and for you on your type of time. I'm going to do something and go in a direction that's more productive for me. I understand that 100%. Sometimes it's rough. You know, maybe it could go the other way. Maybe you didn't know, but when you're dealing with situations like this, you're not just dealing with money. Yeah, you're actually dealing with social status, and people are not dumb to that. People are hip to that. You know what I'm saying? You fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame. Come on, fool me 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Can't fool me again now. I got to get you out of here. I think George Bush said something like that. You know, that's just what it is. At some point in time, you have to look down at that paper and understand and comprehend, you know what I'm saying, with the words that's on that paper. That's just what it is. Now, I didn't listen to the whole interview, but I caught the tail end of it. Maybe I'll rewind, and then I'm definitely going to listen to that Hynaken to keep y'all updated on the story. But just all my thoughts of the story. But this is. I mean, it's not like extra serious business, but I want to make that point because it's social status. If this guy is trusting you, you're his mouthpiece, so to speak. This is your job. You have your own light, you know what I'm saying, that you're held in, your own image that you want to uphold. I understand that, but at the end of the day, you working for this man, and he's paying you money to be on his show. He's paying you for your talents, and then for your work, organization, coordinating new guests, come on the show, come on the podcast. But yet and still, it's somebody that he wanted on a show. It was a for sure grab. He knew he was supposed to get him, but he didn't get him. And the reason why is because it was confusion tied up somewhere in there. And you know what? If you're the boss, you can't always handle everything. Simple. It's simple. That's what it is. People talk about, why does relationships with, close friends or just certain guys, that you can have a relaxed conversation with, because no work gets done. That's just what it is. Situations and situations like that always happens, but who takes the blame? Is nobody really wants to take the blame. People gotta lose their jobs, heads gotta roll before somebody be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So you might as well get somebody new in there, get a replacement, get somebody, and you can really bring them up, and you could really, kind of show them how, you want things done around your studio. But that's it, man. Peace. I'm out of here.